As a youth, I seemingly thought I was a failure. A failure as a son, a failure as a brother, a failure as a student, and a failure as a friend. Shoot, I was far from the smartest. I was not the most athletic, nor the most popular. I had a psychiatrist who told me at a young age that I was going to be unlike normal students. And the worst part about this situation was that I believed him. I was unable to comprehend at the time who I was, and too stubborn to take the lessons and learn to adapt and grow to cultivate my own conceptions. I lacked identity, and through this struggle, I allowed it to carry me over into my adulthood. I held on to the rage, hate, and anger as I proceeded to bury myself into a life of chaos, gradually swirling into a cesspool of self-loathing. It was, you could say, my ammunition against society. My weapon to combat my lack of self-worth and internal consciousness. With every breath exhausted, I relished how it was one less. Envy eroded my foundation of my life. Every friend told me I was too wild to hang out with, and I had gotten to the point to where neither my friends nor my enemies wanted anything to do with me. They stated I, quote-unquote, lacked self-preservation. I had gotten to the point to where there was no mother giving me a hard time for doing something wrong because I had pushed away any concept of family. I had settled for this is all life will ever be. I had settled for accepting a limited ceiling, a limited life expectancy, and a dark abyss for a future. The contemplation and attempts to end life remained a continuous revolving door. I believe people like me do not deserve good, that I did not deserve love, and that I should continuously shame myself until my last breath. And then the day came, after homelessness for nearly 10 years, and at the time living in the swamp, I looked around and there was no one, just teeter-tottering between institution and streets. You hear a saying that people say, I look in the mirror and couldn't recognize myself. Well, there was no mirror. That was not applicable for me. Just a starving alcoholic and junkie with no one or nothing. Yet one day, something started to change, and I hiked myself 40 miles to St. Francis House, a homeless shelter sitting at 115 pounds and looking like a dog that had been beaten and kicked, no shoes, barely a shirt, and unnourished for 4 days. I have a mentor who told me every day that he was not the enemy. It took me nearly 2 years to understand and to start to comprehend this. The same mentor had to remind me to eat every day, to shower every day. The stars started to align. A reality of who I wanted to be emerged. For so long, I could quote individuals such as Gandhi, MLK, Malcolm X, Mother Teresa, yet the discord remained in the integrity between my words and my actions. I soon learned a valuable lesson, and this is the key to understanding my convictions. The lesson was that everything comes in two, but neither can coincide with one another. I learned that love and truth cannot live with hate and dishonesty. I learned that only through pushing through my fears could I understand the true strengths I possess. Gandhi says, be the change you wish to see in the world. And it took me a long time to be able to process and understand what that meant. It took me a long time to process and understand that I was worth more. It took me 3 times to intermediate algebra. This is pre-algebra. But I got an A in statistics when the time came. It took me 2 times to pass biology. But I ended up getting a passing grade in biology. It took me 2 times to get clean and sober. And on my 3rd time, as of right now, I have 6 years of sobriety. Don't tell me what you can't do. Don't tell me what you wish you could do. Tell me what you can do. Show me what you can do. That same mentor told me to eliminate the buts, to eliminate the what ifs. to eliminate the I can'ts. As soon as I believe I can't, I have defeated anything and everything I have ever worked for. You have defeated anything and everything that you will ever want and that you will ever work for. There is more to life than that 9 to 5. There is more to life than squabble. There is more to life than just wishing. And it takes time. And it takes patience. But you can get up and you can do it every single day. As long as you have the willingness to get up and do it every single day. We will fail, but we will emerge. We will continue to strive. We will continue to push forward. The most influential individuals in our history did not succeed because they sat when times got hard. They trudged forward and broke the shackles. They yearned for hope. They sought for understanding. If you are breathing today, then you have a chance. And it might be hard. And you might want to yell. And you might want to cry or quit. But there are others walking this path with you. There are others who are struggling. There are others who feel alone. There are others in despair. I struggle with you. And yet, I sit here today. I sit here today with a girlfriend. I sit here today with a home. I sit here today as a guy who at one time was a derelict and a bottom feeder in society's views, with more than what I could have ever imagined. It's not the money. It's not whatever. I don't make much money. But I have a message. And that message is about being more than what I think that I am. And being more than what I think that I could ever achieve. This is my story. And it is a story about not limiting what I think that I can or cannot do. And in my travels and in my struggles, I've seen it firsthand. Whether it's on the streets, or whether it's hiking and hitchhiking, or whether it's seeing other people's point of views. We are stronger than what we want to believe.